Welcome, Sagittarius, to your November Astro Dice reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on in this wacky, wonderful month. Starting out with the new moon for the Great Reset, Universal Great Reset. So let's see what's going on. For those of you who are new, this is where we take tarot with astrology and make a small horoscope for the month, using only one of the 12 houses. So best house coming out that they need to know about is the 5th house, love. And Uranus, yep, starting out the same as every reading. Wacky, wonderful. Okay, guys, going straight into here. We'll find out why it's wacky, wonderful in just a minute. We're going over here to Uranus. Your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening, as we are in the month of, well, pretty much the month of Scorpio until we hit Sagittarius, which we will then have a Mercury retrograde. So going straight from a new month to a full moon in Taurus and Uranus, straight into Mercury retrograde. So this month is pretty wacky. Yeah. Okay. With wonderful. So let's see. We've got Gemini coming out. The energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, and informative. Stimulating exchange is possible. And going straight into your 5th house of where you love, fun, romance, create things you're proud of. Okay, let's get in here and see what's going on. So having the sudden awareness is the same as a Tower card. So, right, your potential to sudden change, enlightenment, awakenings, chaos, confusion, disruption is exhaustion. Yeah. For the new world. Exhaustion, trying to get to this completion. You're trying to complete something. When it comes to your fun, your romance, or create things, it could be your hobbies, it could be that band you're in, things you know, things you love as well, things you're passionate about, wanting a breakthrough, having the mental breakthrough to get through the accomplishment. You are getting to a new beginning, but it's going to be very exhausting trying to get there. In the beginning of the month. So you're probably feeling it right now, feeling very overwhelmed. But I do like it, though, because the Uranus coming into the 5th house is saying, I'm having the overall mental clarity of the situation. So therefore, you're not confused about what the situation is. You're starting off right off the bat with this sharp mind, this understanding of this is where I want this new beginning in this 5th house. I want this. I'm making decisions. Some of you are going to have a surgery, too. Some of you are getting ready for surgery. It might be something you've been waiting a long time for, some kind of surgery you need. So it's kind of a surge of optimism, even though you're very exhausted. And it could be very enthusiastic for you. But you guys are starting out different from everybody else. Like, not even a joke. A lot of people are starting out you guys are I've only got one sign left after you. And everybody, you could say 23 signs have pretty much started out with confusion. It's like confusion right off the bat, right? New moon, I'm confused. Why the shit hit the fan? You're going, shit hit the fan, but I have mental clarity. What the, why? Why? How did you guys do that? How did you start out with mental clarity when everybody else is like in a fog going, why is this shit hitting the fan? You're like, shit hit the fan, I'm tired. But I can clearly see. Good for you, Sag. Oh my gosh, how crazy. You're having these new ideas. You're like, I'm not going to sit here. I don't care how hard the shit hit the fan for me. I'm out. It's that adventure in you. You're just like, kind of just like, you know what? I see it. I feel it. I'm out. everybody else is like running around going, I can't see what's going on. Even my own side in Taurus, we're kind of like, oh man, come on. What do I do now? You know, I'm weighing my pentacles over here, going back and forth, right? Trying to adapt to the situation, try to use pros and cons. Going mental, you know, to, you know, using the analytical mind to the intuition. You're like, nope, I've got this. That is beautiful. There's delayed in luck. Yeah, no matter what, I mean, every sign's doing it. It's just the way it started. It started with this transformation. Like I said, it's the universal reset. Everybody's getting it. It's the way that the world's like, universe is like, everybody's going to get a tower right now. Y'all need to change. Y'all need something, right? Situation changing. There it is, right there. My situation's changing. You know what? My magician isn't right side up yet because I haven't really come to the conclusion just yet of how it's doing it. But I'm on my way for this new opportunity because I'm having growth right off the bat. You guys. So I know right now as I'm speaking, you're like, yep, we already did that. And I'm right there right now. Yep. Over the affliction. There it is. Over the affliction. I'm not going to sit in this affliction. Yes, the car broke and I had to buy a new car. That was my story. Just want you to know. I'm using my own story. Yes, the car broke. Okay, we had to buy a new car in the same day that the car broke so my husband could go to work. That's very bad. Very bad. Okay, bad news bears, right? And then my friend calls and she's like, oh my God, I lost my job. I'm like, oh my God, no, right? And I'm just hearing it all the way across the board. Okay, and you're over here going, no, I'm looking for my success. I'm going right out. I'm getting out of this place. I don't like this place. I am not staying. You guys are so strong. Give it to the Sag. New adventure awaits. Let's go. And I know, you were in that 10 of Swords, and I know you're still hurting. But knowing that you're using your analytical mind to already think about how you're going to transform out of the situation and change the situation is very strong. You're using that Gemini very well because that's exactly what it does. I'm looking for that information. I'm looking for that productivity. I'm using that analytical mind. Gemini, analytical mind. Aquarius, analytical mind. Right? Absolutely. Mid-month, yes, you feel a little weak to the situation. This is where it starts getting wacky. This is where it gets a little weird. You know, whether or not this is in love or where you're going to have fun or, you know, trying to get to, if you're in the United States, trying to make it to mom's house for Thanksgiving and then your plans went down, you know, for your fun or where you're creating things, your band, whatever you're doing, right? Everybody's story is different, but now all of a sudden, you know, it's like, oh, wait, something happened. Now I'm struggling. There's weakness. Either it's weakness in somebody around you that's weakening you down. Their weakness is finding its way back to you. Okay? Or it's just you. You're like, oh my gosh, I thought about it, but I don't know how I'm going to do it just yet. But at least you're thinking about it. You might be dealing with somebody who's emotionally insecure and immature that's really frustrating you because this is how it's weakening you down. You're like, I don't know how to get out of this love situation or this situation if they're going to not be creative and not use their creativity to help out with the situation. You are thinking. Okay, and if you know you're not dealing with someone else, it's like all of a sudden you have a mental block because of the full moon on the 15th. Or you could be dealing with somebody who has mental block that gives you a mental block or creative block, excuse me. Card of creativity. Like I said, you know, there's that weird, wacky, you know, turnaround. But it's like, but you're still going after your 9 of Pentacles. So like what? You're saying, no, I'm still staying strong. I'm still building. I'm still going to find the fruits of my labor. I'm still going to confine myself to the comforts of my rewards. I'm still going to confine myself to finding the financial stability or that love, that, you know, whatever it is in the 5th house. I'm still going proud. I'm still going strong. I'm still building this and keeping that grass as green as possible. In this love situation, in this fun situation, even if I can't paint the way I want to paint right now, or get that band member in, we're all gonna still get in, and we're gonna still try to do what we need to do to play that gig, do whatever we're doing, right? I mean, because that could definitely be the fifth house, also the sixth house, right? So yeah, whatever it is, but it does feel like mid-month you're a little more low energy, but it's kind of crazy because it's like you're not in the highest energy to begin with. It's just that you're saying, I'm not going to let this kill me. But now you're feeling a little more down. And I do feel it's somebody around you, okay, who's trying to lower the energy because something has happened to them. And let me tell you, every sign I've done, there's something happening to somebody. I mean, literally, it's bringing this up. And it's not to say that it was never there before. Can we just get this right? You know, I always, as I, say all the time, guys, there's no such thing as a negative reading. It's a life of duality. It's just that they want us to understand where you're having the transformations. That's all this is. That's why this is so wacky and weird and wonderful, because it's a reading that we don't get very often, where it's literally showing you this is where everybody is starting to transform. We're transforming the fifth house, the second house, the seventh house, my career house, my outside world, how I feel about myself in the first house. I mean, everybody's getting it. And they were there to begin with, right? A lot of them were there, always. Because I could do a reading and say you're doing beautiful in your love life, and you'd be like, well, that's great because my fucking career sucks ass. Where's my money? You see what I'm saying? So this one literally wants to tell us where it's wacky, where it's crazy, right? And that's fine. It makes it interesting. But it is more draining on me in a lot of ways. The up and down in energy, But I just want everybody to understand, that there's, we live in a world of, duality. There's always bumps across the road. We can't always have beautiful readings of us winning all the time. This one is saying this is where the things are happening to you, and how you're going to transform out of the situation. That I think is a very important readings. That's why I didn't wash my cards. And even if I would have washed them or got a different deck, it doesn't mean it's still not going to come up. Yeah, you're looking at your future earnings going, I don't see how this is going to work. You're looking at the future. Like I said, this fifth house. So you're looking at the future with this person. If this is love or fun, whatever it was, as trying to figure out how this is going to work. A lot of you, it's love. You're trying to figure out how it's going to love, but it's almost like you're trying to keep the love alive, even though you realize you're having a lot of disputes and a lot of discrepancies going on, but you're just not, you're trying to keep the desire going towards this. You're trying to keep that passion alive, but it's not happening. This Two of Cups is in reverse, but you're working so strong towards the madness and the disorder, the Three of Swords. But no matter what, it keeps that Three of Swords, even though you're trying so hard in the beginning of the month to fix the situation. Try to get the Three of Cups going on. Try to find that joy, that happiness, trying to get everything that you achieved back to where it needs to be for the fifth house. But you're saying, but I'm still stuck in Three of Swords, even though I am still producing fruit. I'm still doing what I need to do to maintain my fifth house the way I want it maintained. Even though the universe is throwing me a tower saying, you're not supposed to be here anymore. Then what do I do? Some of you are dealing with the swords of the Gemini, Libra, or a Aquarius. You're still thirsty for this knowledge. You're still wanting this contract. You're still wanting this negotiation. And if it's not you that's, that's wanting all of this, and it's them. Okay. But that would mean that you came up to the idea of giving up the ghost. Then that would mean you're the Two of Cups and you can't figure it out. All you know is that you're going after your happiness within the Three of Swords. Okay. You could put it that way. Okay. Because you've lost that loving feeling. Okay. Because you just couldn't figure out how to keep it together. You can't, you know what I'm saying? However it is, there's going to be a lot of negotiations and a lot of information, a lot of messages coming out of this situation. There's going to be a lot of fast thinking and a lot of action involved in this situation. But it's almost like you're keeping up with your self-discipline. You're trying to still work for that reward, even though you still feel like you're feeling stuck within the situation, working without a reward. We have a lot of threes over here. But the threes could be many different possibilities. It doesn't always mean cheating. Three could be, I'm still trying to work on this situation, but there's something else involved. I'm working on this situation, but I'm also working on work. I'm trying to do this and work at the same time. I also have to try to raise my family while trying to get through this situation. I still have to go to work while still dealing with this situation, right? Because no matter what, it says that there's a lot of self-discipline, but you're still feeling stuck. So there's a definitely within this reading, there's some imbalance. Some imbalance going on. It's definitely not balanced, but I do love how you still start out thinking, because that thinking is what's going to change the outcome for everything. Yes, 4 of Wands, talking about that family, that husband, that father, I don't know, whoever the King of Hearts is, trying to, keep that connection, keep this going on, doing something, trying to keep it alive, talking to your father, whoever this King of Cups is, be male or female, doesn't matter. But you do feel like there's lack of justice. Trying to think your way out of this situation. Your intentions and desires and relations of the dispute, still disputing. 5 of Cups in reverse, though, there is someone that is just not in love anymore for a lot of you. And I think it's you. I think you've come to the conclusion that you're going to go after your own success. With the 2 of Cups in reverse, I think, seriously, my intuition says that you're kind of done with this situation. For some of you, there could have been cheating, and they could have been trying to come back and trying to watch you and trying to win you back. 5 of Cups in reverse is unrequited love. So for some of you, there's definitely unrequited love to the situation. And it could just be, I'm trying to keep my grass greener, where I'm in love with what it is I need, and I need to get past this. But as the King of Cups, who is the Knight of Swords, comes rushing in, I think a lot of you already know the answer. You know where your success is. You already are. You're putting a stop to this in the very beginning of the month. As soon as this happens, and it could, like I said, it could be cheating. As soon as you know this, you're just like, you hurt me and I'm done, but I'm not going to allow this to happen to me again, or I'm not going to allow you to do this to me. Right? And that could be where you're trying to think yourself out of this situation. You're trying to get yourself to this situation of what you want, but you just, right? But they keep coming back. And you're trying to let them know, you're not going to hurt me like that. I'm sticking to my financial reasonings. I'm going to work. I'm working on myself. I'm working on what I need, my financial stability for the children, for myself, however. I think that's really what's going on for the majority of it. This will in the 5th house. Yep. And it will all come after the storm comes the sun. Okay, but there will be some delays in negotiations before the sun comes. Okay. Because this is talking about leaving. This is talking about, finding your way. Finding your way, making delays, and then the sun comes out. I still give you kudos, though, for really thinking about the situation that fast. that's where the wonderful comes out, is the sun. And that's why it was wacky wonderful. The universe is pushing us all into different areas. Dare to be different. The owl, listen to messages of your angels. Okay. So beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. And that was it for you. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.